Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Fire Emblem 3 Houses, the Black Eagles Run. So, let's get into it. We just finished Chapter 5, the Gautier Inheritance, so we're going into Chapter 6 now. Let's go.
Part 1. White Clouds. Horsebow Moon. Rumors of a Reaper. As cold air begins to creep in from the north of Fargus, Fodlan welcomes the riches of fall. The women spend their days reaping the golden fields, gratefully embracing the bounty the goddess has once again provided. The men venture into the wilds with horse bows and empty sacks ready to be filled with game.
Received 5,000 gold from the Church of Saros. Very nice.
As I believe you are already aware, Seteth's younger sister Flayn has gone missing.
Yep.
At present, all we know for certain is that she has not left Garreg Mach.
Flayn is not
How
the
do you
type
know
of person
that?
to just wander off on her own without telling me where she is going. We have searched the monastery thoroughly, but have found nothing. I am now mobilizing the knights to begin searching the town. Troubling rumors have been running rampant lately. I do not wish to consider the worst, but...
What is it you're afraid of?
There are rumors of someone prowling the streets and attacking innocents night after night. The knights have investigated the matter. They have not discovered any remains, nor have they found any concrete evidence.
The people are panicked. They all insist someone called the Death Knight is coming to claim their souls with his blade. There is no way she could have escaped unscathed if she were captured by such a fiend. Where is she?
Seteth, recall that impatience begets error. Please do your best to calm yourself. I think of your sister as family as well. You know that. You have my support. We will devote ourselves fully, mind, body, and soul, to recovering her. Professor, your mission for this month is to help find Flayn. The knights have the town covered, so I ask that you focus your efforts on searching the monastery again. We do not have time to waste. You have your orders.
All right, we'll do what we can.
Flayn has gone missing? Most unsettling.
It doesn't seem likely that she's simply gotten lost. I'll help in any way that I can.
So, our mission this month is to find her? Well then, let us hurry and locate her before anyone else.
I hope Flayn is okay. What would happen if... Just what would we do if...
You can't think
It's okay,
like that,
Bernie.
Byrne. Seteth would have a heart attack if he heard you.
No kidding.
I've heard
oh my
that she has
gosh.
a crest, but I suppose for this moment that is irrelevant.
We'll start by gathering information.
Perhaps not.
Someone must have seen Flayn recently.
Right. If we work together, I'm certain we'll find her.
I actually really like Seteth. I'm interested to see what happens with him during this run, if he's going to be friend, foe, or what. But yeah, in the Blue Lions, I really liked Seteth. Yeah, Petra, let's take you to tea, girl. Albinian berry blend, maybe?
You have my thanks for giving me your spare time.
You got it, girl.
I have gratitude. Perfect temperature.
All right. I don't want to ruin your birthday, Petra. I really don't.
Yes.
Classes you might enjoy?
Yes.
One of these two, I would guess. Thanks for everything.
Yes.
And I don't know, does she care about cute monks?
I have regrets.
No. Alright, we got 2 out of 3. That's something.
I will be waiting
had a
happily for you
nice
to be
tea
inviting me
time.
again.
Alright, Petra. Gosh, Petra's the best. Alright. For you guys got to see the last episode yesterday, so all of this is coming the day after. But for me, it's been about a week since I've played, because I've been playing some, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VIII and Persona 4 Golden, so let's go ahead and watch some supports, and then I'm going to check out and see if I need to do any certifications, because I don't remember where we're at with those. So, Edelgard and Hubert. Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to know more about these guys' relationship.
We've come such a long way. After all, I was only 4 years old when we first met.
From your perfect memory, Lady Edelgard, I expect nothing short of the utmost precision. Do go on.
Please don't mock me with such frivolous praise. I can hardly recall that day.
Forgive me. I suppose I must have been 6 at the time. I have no recollection of it.
2
My
years older,
earliest
huh?
memory of you is of when you were injured. I recall being scolded most sternly by my father. You are Lady Edelgard's servant, he said. You must protect her with your life.
And how old were you when this happened?
I had no idea. But House Vestra has served House Fresfelg for generations. Given that, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Indeed. After that, I made certain to accompany you wherever you went. That is, until the incident.
Ah, when my uncle, Lord Arundel, defected to the kingdom and took me with him.
That's what I was looking for. Okay, I was wondering why that happened. Now, I'm assuming that her parents were still alive? Now, what is the timeline of her mother marrying the king of the kingdom, Dimitri's dad? Like, I want to know when all of these things took place so I can start putting together the timeline of all of this. When Lord Arundel defected to the kingdom, was her mother already there? Was her mother already there with Dimitri's dad? Man, so many things I still am not quite sure of on that timeline.
The
Let's just keep
sensation
going.
of loss that overcame me on that day defies all description. It was as horrific as if I'd lost all my limbs. I left the city in a mad rush to rescue you. My father sent soldiers to capture me. I fought them off for 3 days, but they did finally manage it. Of course, I was only 10. I never would have reached Ferdiad.
Okay, so when she was 8, that was when the defection happened, and that's when Dimitri and her met.
I've never heard that story before. So there are things you've never told me.
It wasn't important.
That's beside the point. I wish to know these things. If there's anything else you're keeping from me, please tell me at once.
Respectfully, I decline.
Why? It's a simple order. I really must know.
Speaking of your orders, there was a task you gave me earlier which I have yet to carry out. Excuse me.
Oh, wow.
Wait just a moment.
I mean, like, read between the lines. There is more that he's not telling her. What it is, I don't know, but...
I just hope he's not hiding anything too worrisome.
He probably just has a hard time sharing his feelings. He takes himself very seriously. He cares, Edelgard. I like that one a lot. Alright. Linhardt, Edelgard.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhardt who's been skipping lectures again.
I see. Well, congratulations, you found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
Oh man, I love like the sarcasm, the passive aggressiveness going on here.
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think so too.
Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be?
I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
That's it.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. You could use your crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries in magic theory.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large.
I totally get this. Like, I'm doing something at work right now, a project, and somebody mentioned that, well, once you get this project all set up, we should sell this to other people. And I'm just sitting there thinking, man, I don't want to talk about this shit more. So I relate to this wholeheartedly, where I'm like putting all this work into this giant project, and when they want me to take it to other places and try to sell it to other educational institutions, I'm like, I already don't enjoy talking about this that much. That sounds like more work than I want to do.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only if you put it to good use.
But, to be fair, this project has to do with music copyright law, which is just universally not fun to talk about. So, yeah.
I'm sure there must be some use.
Oh? Then please, tell me what potential uses you have in mind.
Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artistic creations, so I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of the world.
A lullaby?
They'll put them to sleep.
I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning.
Sure, of course. Goodbye.
Dude, I'm starting to love Linhart. Oh man, he's great. Edelgard and Petra, let's go.
Petra, you seem to be flourishing in your new environment. Is all going well for you?
Lady Edelgard, everything is well with me. Thank you for your question. Everyone shows great kindness, even while I am still learning about the language.
I'm glad to hear it. After all, a Brigid Royal like yourself is of vital importance to the future of the Empire. If you ever need anything, please let me know. It's my job to watch out for you after all.
If that is your want, I will rely on you if I have the need. However, I will not have that need. I can resolve any problems that occur by myself.
I respect
don't
that,
doubt
Petra.
Perhaps I'm worrying too much. I just don't know what I would say to your family if something were to happen to you.
Does Petra have any kind of disdain for the Empire?
Do not spend your worry
I don't get
on
the
me.
impression she does.
In Brigid, there is a phrase we say. You cannot shoot two birds with one arrow. Brigid and I are that second bird. Your first target is your ambition. Can you disagree?
There is certainly truth in your words. I do have ambitions that transcend all else for me. When I ascend the throne, there are certain things I must do. Tell me, Petra, who do you think I am?
Huh?
I will tell you. I am Edelgard von Hresvelg, and yes, I'm attempting to do what no one else can. I'm prepared to shoot two birds, or even three, with a single arrow. That is the least of the impossible things I will accomplish. If you don't need my patronage, then prove it. Show me your power. Never settle for being the bird. Be the arrow instead.
I will take your words to my heart, and you will be seeing my power. I give you my promise.
Spoken like a true warmonger. I don't know how I feel about that. The outlook on the world. Alright, Hubert Kaspar, let's go. Whoa. Holy shit.
I'm not finished with you. I am Caspar!
Wow.
What's going on, Hubert? You need something?
I watched you training earlier. Pitiful display.
Rude.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
You yell before every move.
I know. I do it on purpose. It's how I get fired up. Was that a problem for you? You scared?
You telegraph.
Stupid habit.
Yeah,
If you value your life, you'll break it.
he's not
What are
wrong.
you talking about? It sounds like you might have a problem with me.
As a matter of fact, I do. If it was only your own idiotic life at stake, I wouldn't bother saying anything. But it's not. Your foolishness hurts everyone.
Ooh, you sure do love to hear yourself talk.
You tell him.
Suppose you were to shout on the battlefield as you did in your training today. It is very likely the enemy could anticipate your next move based on your insipid blather. And what if your allies are startled by your outburst and fumble with their weapons as a result? This is not to mention the obvious fact that you would utterly botch any covert operation.
You really think I'm that stupid? I only shout when it's completely necessary. I don't do it all the time.
Whatever habits you develop in training, you will reproduce on the battlefield. Combat is tense and frantic. You will default to your training whether you mean to or not.
Hey, why don't you just shut up about it? I can control myself.
Hubert, Dorothea?
Completely unreasonable. How will I see to this?
Hubie, what are you doing here?
A routine matter. No cause for concern.
Ah, so it's something to do with 80 then.
Isn't it always?
She really is all you ever think about, isn't she? Look, I know you're doing all this so that she'll like you, but if you go too far, she'll end up pushing you away. Maybe even hate you.
This has nothing to do with swaying Lady Edelgard's sentiments. I am simply her humble servant. I do what is in her best interest. Whether she cares for me or not is irrelevant.
It really doesn't look that way to me. I bet you'd follow any order Adi gave if you thought it would make her like you. Am I right?
Any order? What a thing to suggest. But the answer is no. I will decline any directive that I deem would not be beneficial to her.
Is that right?
Okay.
So, just for example,
So a little bit different from Dadu. Like, I think Dadu, who is basically the equivalent for Dimitri that Hubert is to 80, Dimitri would literally just do anything he was asked. Like, if Dimitri told him to do something, he'd just do it. Hubert's slightly different, it looks like.
if Adi commanded you to find yourself a suitable wife, would you do it?
If it would benefit her in some way for me to marry, then yes, I would marry.
It's easy to say that now with no bridal party in sight. But if it was the day of the wedding? Nah, I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe. My only wish is to see Lady Edelgard fulfill her ambitions. All other matters pale in comparison.
Hubie, pale in comparison? You've seen too many operas. I don't think you understand how the world works. At all.
And I don't care what you think either. I would make any sacrifice to support Lady Edelgard. It's a shame you've never experienced such devotion.
Dude,
You're
that's
right.
rude.
I don't have anyone like that right now. But maybe someday I will.
Then maybe someday you'll understand. Until then, we will never see eye to eye. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do.
Hubie, I don't get you. Although I do find your point of view just fascinating.
Linhardt Bernadetta.
La 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 la. Such lovely weather for painting.
You paint,
Bernadetta?
Bernie? You write and you paint?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
A girl of many talents, this one. Amongst them, being scared of everything is also one of them.
It's just me, Linhardt. What are you doing?
Painting! Just painting. Not important. Am I in your way? I'm in your way. I'll just go. I'm going.
No need for all that. I just came out here to read. I'll stay quiet and still so as not to bother you. How's that? If you want to go, that's fine too.
No, I'll stay.
This isn't awkward at all.
Say, aren't you usually holed up inside?
Yeah, right?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry for coming here. I'm sorry for bothering you! You're mad, aren't you? You look really mad. I'll just pack up. I'll be gone before you know it.
Mad? At you? Never. I rather admire you, in fact. I fantasize about shutting myself in my room and never going outside again. It sounds like paradise. However, I wouldn't be able to perform my research. That, Bernadetta, is a problem.
What? You admire me? Nuh-uh. No way. I know a trick when I see one. What are you plotting? So you want to copy me, is that it? And what's a copy do with the original? Replace it! Well, I've got you figured out. I won't just sit back and take it. I'll fight you!
What? That's not This is too much hassle. I'm leaving.
Too much energy for Linhardt.
Sorry! Please don't kill me!
You know, when medicine in this world discovers Xanax, Bernie, I highly advise.
Petra, would you pause a moment?
Yes? Are you wanting something?
I was observing your spear work, and I wonder if you don't think your transitions are sloppy. The way you move your arm before a strong thrust hinders your movement and slows your spear on its way back. It leaves a rather large opening.
Which arm? My left or right?
I think the right... No, actually it's both. It's something about the way you move your elbows.
I am not understanding. Can you show me, please?
Demonstrate? No, I'd hate to get sweat all over my book.
But I must correct this. Please. Or are you unable to do, and you can only teach?
I am more of a theorist than a practitioner.
Yep.
I advise and you implement. Very simple.
Then, please advise again.
It's all quite simple. Sometimes you make a big stab downwards, right? Before that, you lift up. At that point, you sort of let the tension go and stop. It ruins the momentum of the stab.
How can I be lifting up with no unnecessary moving?
It's the arm movement that's extraneous. Calculate the locus of the spear and the elasticity of the muscles.
Naturally,
Locus?
of course.
Elasticity? Can you not just be showing me?
It's so clear.
Please. If you are showing me, I will learn it with quickness.
I won't waste your time with such demonstrations. You're a smart one, Petra. You'll sort it out. Besides, I need to go now. I have a prior appointment to keep.
Linhardt only likes talking. It is on myself to prevail.
You're not wrong. Okay, that's the last one. Cool. Alright, where are we with these certifications? Okay, so... basically, we're all in the intermediate range. Okay, and Byleth, looks like you need to move into your intermediate class. Looks like you mastered your beginner class. Let's go ahead and do that.
What is...
Okay. Okay, looks like you are good. Hubert, you're still working on mastering your beginner class, and you've already certified for your intermediate. Ferdinand, you've already certified, but you need to reclass now, so let's reclass Ferdinand. Alright, got ourselves a Cavalier now. Okay, you are good. You're still working on your beginner class. You need to reclass into your intermediate.
Will this...
Okay, you're working on your beginner. You're working on your beginner. Okay, we're okay. Looks like everybody's at least certified into their intermediate classes. Let's save this into a new line, and then we're gonna go and explore. What is this week? Leicester Alliance Founding Day is on Monday, and today is the Hunting Festival and the Choir Festival. Alright. We've got Rare Monsters on the 14th. We should probably do that. Let's go ahead and explore. Hi, Sophis.
Oh my. Just one small girl who's gone astray has caused all this. We cannot let this stand. You must do all you can to find out where she's gone. Now ask around to see what information you can find. Come now, no time to waste.
Will do. Floating girl. Okay. Gonna check all the rooms like we do. 95% of the time there will be nothing. But when there is something, it's definitely worth picking up. How's it going, Bernie?
Please, not in here!
It's not suspicious at all.
I guess I have to let you in to prove it, don't I?
Alright. Ah, so you like stuffed animals. So if I get those stuffed bears, I'm gonna give them to you, Bernie. Yeah?
There, see? No one's in Bernie's room but Bernie. Maybe Flame just wanted to be alone for a while. Have you considered that? Come to think of it, where is her room anyway?
Actually, I don't know. But thank you for letting me check, Bernie. Proud of you.
Let's see.
Okay, one person to talk to in this hall. How's it going, Ash?
I heard something like this happened last year, too. Neither the culprit nor the missing student were ever found last time. Some people say it was the work of evil spirits.
Then it could be the same culprit.
I thought the same. Could there be a connection? Huh? I'm really flattered.
Charm and
I
light.
heard some...
I started working on the lance for Leone, so actually, we might be able to recruit him too, fairly easily.
What
I think this month I want to try to guarantee getting Leonie on the team because I want her to be our Pegasus Knight. And so I need one. I need a Pegasus Knight relatively soon.
Professor!
An expensive-looking clasp with an outdated design. It probably belongs to someone who is not up on trends. I don't remember who was here last month.
Hey there, Professor. Did you want to talk?
An antique clasp, huh? Gatekeeper!
Greetings, Professor. Today, there is quite a bit to report. There is a masked individual who has been going into town every evening and not returning until the following morning. You see? Nothing gets past this guard. I doubt it has anything to do with Flane's disappearance, but... well, better safe than sorry, I always say.
Yeah. The only person we know that has a mask is, what's his name? I'm forgetting his name, but the sword teacher.
What brings you here? I'm taking a break.
You seem busy, Professor. I'm busy as well.
Rather interested, but we're not quite there.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
Maybe.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think 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 this one, yes? I think... Return soon,
now,
please.
When exactly am I going to be doing my fishing? There actually is no fishing event this month. I might save my bait until next month and wait for a fishing event to show up.
Professor?
Okay, we'll run up around this way and then we'll come back down. An old paper with writings about harvesting and taxation. Probably belongs to a young noble who owns territory. I think I remember, who was over here?
This might be the first time I've ever seen Seteth look so worn down. If poor Flane was lured away by anyone. I personally think the clear suspect is that miscreant from Dusker. Those people are deceptive by nature.
You know what? I hate you, sir. You should leave now. Do I have the power to fire somebody? How dare you speak about Dedu that way? He is the best dude in this place. How could you? If I could punch you, I would. Wasn't Ferdinand over here last time? Maybe that thing is for Ferdinand. Anyways, now that I've gotten angry at that person for being a racist.
Young Flame's disappearance is most troubling. I'm not sure. I'm not...
If Flane has been taken hostage, then we know she is alive. At least for now. There would be no point to abducting her if simple murder was the objective. That's only logical, Professor.
Well, unless they abducted her to kill her at some other location.
Unfortunately.
You know? That's a possibility.
Right.
But still. I'm not hoping she's dead, I'm just saying your logic is, flawed there, Hubert.
Flane? No, I haven't seen her. She's been abducted. Oh, you're looking for her. Sorry, my mind was somewhere else. I just recently learned she has a crest. Did you know that, Professor? If it was a particularly rare crest, I could imagine Professor Hanneman would have quite an intense interest in her. Oh, no, I'm not accusing Professor Hanneman of abducting Flane.
Just an observation, right?
That's not my...
Hello.
I don't know if she ran off or got kidnapped or what. I just know that Flane's in trouble. That's it. I can't keep sitting around. I gotta go find her. Now, where do I start?
Okay, anybody down here to talk to? Ingrid! How you doing, girl?
To think that Flame would disappear like
I love
this.
Ingrid.
Sethith must be worried sick. I haven't much to go off of, and perhaps it's out of line for me to feel so uncomfortable. But something has been bothering me for a while about Gilbert. I feel as though I've met him somewhere before. I also noticed him staring intently at Annette once.
Well, we know exactly why that is, so that doesn't actually seem suspicious.
No. No. No.
We know a lot about Gilbert and Annie from the Blue Lions playthrough.
Hi, Professor. I've actually got...
You're looking for Flane's kidnapper. I can't say anything for sure, but I do have suspicions about Yaritza.
Ding, ding, ding.
There's something about how he's handling his blade lately. It seems more impulsive than usual. It couldn't hurt to try speaking with him at least. At this hour, I think you'll find him sparring with Catherine at the training grounds.
That was the name I was trying to remember that the gatekeeper brought up. Somebody going in and out every night wearing a mask. He's the only one that we know that constantly wears a mask, so... Could be Yaritza, or it could just be the Death Knight himself, although you would think the gatekeeper would say, a man in a mask that looks like a skull. It's very specific, right?
I know nothing... there's... At this... Join me for some trainings. I might like to become...
Okay, rather interested.
Huh? Ow! Ingrid just about slapped the teeth out of my head. All I did was
You
suggest
probably-
that Flane might have eloped.
Oh. Yeah, you deserved it. Is that a possibility?
I don't know. I was just suggesting things, and suddenly I was seeing stars and Ingrid was yelling at me.
It is a little insensitive.
Professor.
The whole monastery has been turned upside down. I wonder if we're still going to have the Battle of the Eagle and Lion next month. It's a yearly tradition, but with things the way they are right now, it's hard to imagine. At any rate, I hope they find Flame soon.
Hey! A beautiful, delicate maiden vanishing into thin air? It is like something out of a book. If it were a book, we would have no need to worry. She would be rescued presently by a dashing nobleman. Do you have any idea as to where she might be? Where she might have wandered off to?
To the greenhouse for some flowers?
The greenhouse? I did not think of that. I will take a look around there later. Oh, I was
There
looking
it
for
is.
this. Thank you so much.
So yep, I was right about that. He was the one that was over there by the stables.
I hope Flane isn't going hungry. If someone really kidnapped her, I'll never forgive them. Now that I think about it, I saw Aloise hanging out by the pond not too long ago. He was always getting into trouble for trying to talk to Flane, you know? It's probably a crazy thought, but I'm starting to worry.
Okay, I'm not gonna try the recruitment yet. Okay, I need to check this courtyard for items. Oh, you had a quest?
Young Flame's disappearance is What? Who would suspect me? You know what? I'll tell you who. A fool, that's who.
Is her crest rare enough to justify kidnapping her?
Flame's crest, the major crest of Sethlene, is rare, but there are others who possess it.
Beyond here is where the knights reside. Owl feathers, nice.
I can't believe Flame just disappeared. I don't like it one little bit. Oh, are you here to see someone? Alois and Shamir and all the knights are gonna head into town soon. I don't...
Whoa, I can only imagine how worried Seteth must be, but isn't mobilizing the entire Order of Knights a bit excessive? I was originally assigned to investigate those reports of the Death Knight in the town near Garreg Mach. When I think how many more victims that dastard might claim while we're all busy searching for Flame. I'm sorry, that was insensitive. We're all under a lot of stress right now. It's important that we find her quickly.
Yes, it is.
Let's see.
There's been a lot of rumors swirling around lately about a Death Knight who kidnaps people from the nearby town.
Miss having you in my house.
You don't think Flame was, you know, do you?
I don't believe so.
Whether the rumors are true or not, I just hope our Flame is safe.
Me too, Annie. You're a sweetheart.
A lot? Huh? I'm not sure.
Hi.
What's up, weirdo?
Is something the matter? I see. So, Flame has gone missing. I will do what I can to support the search.
Professor! Professor! I saw him. A knight wielding a gigantic scythe. He was just like the rumors say, all covered in jet black armor. It was the Death Knight. I just know it. You don't think he has something to do with Flame's disappearance, do you?
Okay. Hey, Professor, have you seen Manuela? I saw her running off somewhere in a terrible hurry. I wonder if it has anything to do with Flame's disappearance. Do you know, Professor?
You're on first name terms with Professor Manuela?
Oh, yes. Didn't you know? She was the senior diva in our opera company.
Yeah, you're definitely up on your trends.
I'm sorry.
I apologize for even asking.
Flame was child-napped. That is what you are thinking? And the villain is inside our monastery?
Yes, child napped.
I must have admittance. One person has been catching my eye.
Who, Petra?
Shamir is a knight not like other knights. Her movements are being reminders of... No. They remind me of warriors of Bridget. Before she was here, what was she getting up to?
She travels a lot. Visits different cultures.
This is not...
And learns their fighting styles.
Do you really think Flame was kidnapped?
Hi, Mercy. She must have been.
I have a feeling you're right. We really need to find her, and quickly. Did you find... Oh, I'm already having so much...
Oh, wait, one more person.
I've
What's
only
up,
ever
Ignace?
spoken to Flame a handful of times. She always seems so naive about the ways of the world. I'm worried about her.
You think she'd be easily deceived?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
She is very naive.
I just hope she comes home safe.
She seems like a very sheltered girl.
Professor, I'd like to learn more about you.
Okay. You're close? I was able to easily recruit him in my last playthrough, too.
If Flayn were taken hostage, I expect we would have received demands from the culprit by now. Perhaps this is not a kidnapping at all. Do you suppose she could have simply run away?
I don't think
so. What could it be then? What possible motive could there be to abduct her? It would seem that your reputation is on... It's a shame.
Hi, Leone. A bandage that is clean despite being used. It probably belongs to someone who was slacking on their training. Do I have 2 things for Hilda right now? Because that sounds like Hilda. And I think they use perfume bottles for Hilda too, but the last 2 months I have not been able to give her lost items.
Where could Flayn have gone? Do you think she's really been kidnapped? I hear Tomas has been going around asking about her. But he's probably just worried like the rest of us. Though it wasn't just Flayn. He was asking about you and Captain Gerald, too.
Interesting.
Someone...
Okay, I am going to try and recruit you, but not yet. I'm going to try and get your support up more if I can. Where are you? Leone. Yeah. We've been working on Leone and Raphael.
Let's see. I have thoroughly surveyed the entire monastery, and yet I have not found a single trace of evidence that suggests Flayn was abducted. Perhaps we must seek out personal recounts rather than physical evidence. In any case, we must hurry before something terrible happens.
I've heard the monastery is full of secret passages. If there is no sign of Flayn's departure, it is possible that she used one of those. Whatever has happened, I hope she is all right.
Me too, Dedu. Me too.
Hello? We must begin our search for Flayn, Professor. If she ran off of her own free will, that's her business. But that may not be the case. For her sake, I suggest we assume that she was abducted and begin an investigation. Who benefits from kidnapping her? Let's gather all the information we can on anyone who's been acting strangely.
Indeed.
I have a favor to ask.
If we fail to locate Flayn soon, it will be too late. Let's assume she's been abducted and start gathering what information we can about suspicious individuals. Gather clues about Flayn by talking to different people throughout the monastery. If someone seems suspicious, you should check their room or other places they might spend time. No stone unturned.
Alas.
Flayn's gone missing. Where could she be? If it were an ordinary kidnapping, you'd think there'd be a demand for ransom or something by now. I don't like the sound of this.
I bet Flayn ran away. She couldn't stand being held back by Seteth any longer. I can empathize. I know what it's like to have an overbearing big brother. I bet I can
Okay. I know for a fact that the used perfume was where she was the month before, which is usually the person you can give it to. But since she's his second in command, basically, she's not one of those people that you can recruit. So, am I just not... So, it must be for somebody else. It's gotta be, right? Alright. A brooch depicting the Middle Frank Opera Company logo. It probably belongs to someone involved with the opera, so that one's either for our girl Dorothea or it's for Manuela. Dorothea's really close by, so let's just go and check it out.
Hey, I wonder if it has anything to do with Flayn's disappearance. Do you know, Professor? Oh, yeah. How did you know I lost this? Thank you for bringing it back to me.
You're welcome.
Professor!
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the training yard, and then we're gonna go upstairs.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
I poured my heart out into this letter. I'd like you to deliver it for me. To whom, you may ask? Well, he's always working his hardest, and he's not very upfront with his true feelings. But he's got an adorable way about him. Deliver the letter. There's no address, but there's only one person who's always working his hardest, not very upfront with his true feelings, and has an adorable way about him. Is it talking about Cyril? That might be Cyril. Cyril's a good guy, and he is a very hard worker. Although he seems a little young for her.
Did you hear about Flame? It's just one thing after another this year, I swear. Some of the lower-ranked knights are searching for her in the town. If they find anything, I'll know. What? Yuritsa? Come to think of it, I haven't seen him today. What would make you suspect him?
He's a weirdo? Yet both of these things are true. I heard he goes out every
I
night.
see. Well, I'll let the knights know.
Yeah, you don't waste time when you're training. Okay, an axe tournament. What is the reward? Let's go ahead and save. A steel axe plus 500 gold. Let's go, Edelgard. See what you can do.
Your defeat was inevitable. Now you know your limits. Witness my power.
Okay. Let's see. 1466, so 28. You could do it in 2 hits. I'll kill you before then, as long as I don't miss one.
Your defeat was inevitable. Now you know your limits.
Good job, Edie. Nice. That's awesome. That makes me happy. All right, let's head upstairs.
What the?
You're having a bad time, aren't you, buddy? I will find her, I swear.
That is all I can ask. Please, lend me your aid. She would never have left the monastery of her own volition. Why is there not a trace of her to be found?
I'm sorry. I'm...
Well...
Because of Flane's disappearance, all of the knights are searching non-stop. But we haven't found a single lead. Seteth's face is getting paler by the minute. It's hard to watch. What's that? You're looking for Manuela? Well, I did pass by her earlier. She was carrying something. A mask of some sort.
Odd. Was it Yuritsa's mask?
I'm not close to the guy, so I can't say for sure. But come to think of it, you could be right.
So yeah, definitely some weird stuff. Manuela, running around holding Yuritsa's mask. Yuritsa's missing currently. Hammer and chisel. A sturdy wooden hammer and metal chisel. They probably belong to someone who frequently conducts research. Well, it's right by Hanneman's office, so it's probably him. Otherwise, it's got to be
Miss
Linhart.
Flane's whereabouts are unknown. Pray she is safe. We do not seem to have any leads at present. I am one of the suspects, am I?
Not really, Gilbert.
Well, hopefully I can lay your suspicions to rest. Do you know of my, let's call it, unique situation?
I do, as a matter of fact. Do you mean Annie?
I was once a knight, in service to the Fargus royal family. If Ingrid believes she saw me before, it was likely in Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. Annette is... she is my...
daughter.
But no. I would appreciate it, Professor, if you would ask no more.
I like that they don't, like, straight up tell you, but if you were actually talking to everybody each month, you can kind of piece it together. You know that Annie is looking for her father. You know that all of a sudden she was wondering if you've seen the knight running around that has, you know, the orange hair, etc., etc. You can piece it together without it being explicitly told to you right away, and then it does explicitly tell you eventually in the Blue Lions playthrough. But yeah, Annie is Gilbert's daughter, and Annie has been looking for him.
No, that...
I really like that kind of stuff.
Well...
You know, where you can kind of, like, read between the lines and put it together. Not everything needs to be explicitly said all the time. Sometimes it's nice to have subtext that kind of just, like, clues you into things in the world. Especially things that are, like, based around anime a lot. They, like, spell things out to you so strongly that, like, nothing is left to mystery. And they tell you, like, the important things over and over and over again because they think that you're too dumb to understand it half the time. And I get it.
Now,
some of it's meant for
Flame
kids,
has
but
always seemed a rather odd person. She
still bothers
appears
me.
young, yet there's something about her that seems much older than her years suggest. And she's quite wise, but also surprisingly naive.
I've noticed that too, Lysithea. Maybe she's lived a very sheltered life.
You might be right. Whatever the case, Sedith seems to care for her more than anything.
By the way, Lysithea is terrified of ghosts, so... I'm gonna check the bottle of perfume. Because most likely it's gonna belong to somebody in the Golden Deer, right? Maybe? I don't know. And I say that because Hilda's the one who dropped it. But it doesn't belong to Hilda. Okay. Let's go and drop this love letter off to our boy Cyril. Cyril, you got yourself an admirer.
I can't believe Flame just did. Oh, Alois and Shamir.
Admiring love letter.
Thanks, Professor.
That's all you have to say about it?
Impressive. Nice work.
Okay, and we're close enough to Edie that we can go and turn this quest in.
Professor, I knew I could count on you.
Got ourselves a nice steel
Manuela
axe.
ran off with Yuritsa's mask? We'll have to speak with both of them. But where could Manuela be? Yuritsa is likely at the training grounds, or in his quarters on the eastern side of the Knight's Hall.
Okay.
That's so.
Now up to the
Hello.
cathedral.
Professor,
I've reunited with my daughter after years of being apart, but I'm the one who left her in the first place. I don't know what to say, or even how to speak to her. Just love her and treat her with kindness. It's the best you can do, Gilbert. And Annie deserves it. You treat her well,
I've served
sir.
here at Garreg Mach in some capacity or another for several decades now. But after all that time, even I can't claim to know everything about the layout. Searching the entire interior of the monastery is a more difficult task than you may think. It makes you wonder who designed such a titanic compound. There are fragments of records remaining from its original construction, but none of them name an actual architect.
Hello there.
Professor, have you still not found any leads regarding Flane's whereabouts? I have looked everywhere. Not even the knights on guard have seen anything of note.
We will find her together.
Yes. Let us work together. It reassures me to have you by my side. May the goddess protect dear Flane until she returns to us.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that Rhea is actually, like, actively searching as well. She certainly doesn't have to, you know? Bundle of herbs. A bundle of inexpensive herbs used in cooking. It probably belongs to someone who knows a lot about plants. That might actually be Daydu. He does a lot of cooking, and he spends a lot of time in the greenhouse. Ah, Marianne, you're another one that I really want to know more about.
Goddess, hear my prayer. Please watch over Flame. Please protect her.
You seem like a good person.
May I ask a favor?
One of Doherty's friends is about to have a baby. Do you know of any medicinal herbs that will ensure a safe delivery? Find medicinal herbs that will help a horse have a safe delivery and give them to Marianne. You may find what you need growing in the greenhouse. I will definitely do that for you.
What's this? What's this? What's this?
Need something?
Okay, we got 2,000 right now.
See you again soon.
Man, we're gonna get maxed out on all those. A note about how to make simple baked sweets. It probably belongs to someone who enjoys baking. Is that one Mercy? That one might be Mercy. Okay, is that everybody? Let's go and grab those herbs for our girl Marianne. Was there more than one note at the confession place? I'll check.
I didn't mean to trouble you. Dear, please. Oh, excuse me.
Okay, there aren't any more. Okay. So, interesting enough, you could actually end the month right now in this game. So now that you've found the information... Oh, didn't even notice this before. A book containing tips for keeping things tidy. It probably belongs to someone who has a hard time cleaning. Ooh, I don't remember who this is. I know Caspar's over here a lot, but I don't remember if he was here last month. I just know he's been here many times. And I could just be remembering the many times I've seen him there in my past playthrough, in my Blue Lions.
Young Flames what? Who would suspect me? Flames?
Alright, where's the research one?
I can't.
Okay, so yeah, you can go here where it's marked on your map. Beyond here is Yaritza's room. Please note that the current month will end and the story will progress. Continue? No. We're going to let the rest of this month play out. You want to. Just so you know, and I was wondering this myself, if you just continue through the month, when you get to the 30th, you'll automatically go to check that out. So you don't actually have to do it during an explore session. So keep that in mind. Just make sure you actually go through this month, get your instructions in, and your fights and whatever else you need to do, because you don't want to miss out on a month's worth of other things that you can do. Okay?
Professor.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do a quick save. And at this point, we need to go and do some eating and try to get some things up with Leone. So we're going to focus on Leone for a hot second and motivation. Motivation's actually looking great. Let's try and do eating with Linhardt and Leone. Okay, she doesn't hate this food, but I still don't know if whether they like the food gives them more affinity points or not. Man, Linhardt likes a lot of food, doesn't he? There we go.
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive me, I've just got to indulge.
Okay, we didn't get the support up. I don't know what gifts I have right now. Now, where was Leone hanging out? In her house room, right? Golden deer at the end.
Where could I hear Tom? But he's though it wasn't.
Okay. Owl feathers are always a 2-up.
Where could I hear? But he's though it wasn't.
Riding boots, maybe.
Oh, thanks.
Nope, that's only a 1.
No.
We got a couple of roses.
No.
Okay, still not there. I'm gonna quickly go and check out what gifts I can buy from these shops.
Hey! Hello there.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. You have a good a pleasure. You have a good a pleasure doing business with you.
She would probably like the book Legends of Chivalry.
You have a good a pleasure doing business with you. Come again.
I also picked up some of the stuff that I know Raphael's gonna like, because we'll probably look at that today as well. Okay, back down here to my girl.
Where could I hear? But he though it wasn't.
Okay.
Wow, this is great.
I thought that was a good one for her.
Where could I hear? But he though it wasn't. No, thanks.
Oh, really? Oh well. Training weight.
Wow.
Where could I hear? But he's. Though it wasn't.
Oh, come on, girl. Wet stone.
No, thanks.
No. Okay.
No. No. Where could I hear? But he. Though it wasn't.
All right, take the rest of my flowers, girl.
No.
You're a tough bee support to get, aren't you, girl? Okay. What I'm also gonna do is go and find people who can train me in spear. She likes a stat and a spear, I believe, and I can't remember what the stat is, but let's go and talk to our pops.
Because we have. What's that? She was carrying something. I'm not.
Now, was there anybody else who trains in the spear? Gilbert does axe. Rhea does sword. Oh, we can talk to Tomas again. Catherine does sword. Hanneman. I think you do bow and
Young what?
bow, reason,
Who would
and I can't
suspect
remember
me?
if anything
Flame?
else. And horse. I didn't realize you taught horse. Cool. I'll have to keep that in mind. Let's go talk to Aloise.
Hey there, what? Me? Abduct Flame? You can't really believe I did that.
Did you find anything in the
Well,
pond?
this may sound... I was too scared to even look. I couldn't bear the thought of finding her in its depths.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else can teach the spear to me. Let's go talk to Shamir.
What brings... Is this about Flane? You find me suspicious.
That's an awful thing to say. What did you do before coming to the
I was
monastery?
somewhere else, fighting. Is that a problem? I understand that I don't fit in among the Knights of Seros, but that hardly links me to Flame's disappearance.
I agree. Oh, you teach spear. Okay. All right. So we got 2 spear trainings.
Where could I hear? But he's. Though it wasn't. Someone lost. Someone. 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 Where could I hear? But he's. Though it wasn't.
Okay.
No, thanks. No.
Damn.
Where I hear? But he's. Though it wasn't. Hey, I hope I know I'm in a different class, but
Damn it. Damn it. Why are you such a tough cookie to crack? All right, we'll try later this month as well. I'm gonna get her this month. I swear to God. Okay. Now I've got one more thing I can do. What do I need to work on? I can do some... Oh, I want to be in... Yeah, I want to look at myself. I could work on sword. Let's work on sword.
Did you hear some of the what? What would make you nice?
All right, Raphael. And I think we're going to bring Leone on mission assistance. I should have done that while I was there.
Flane isn't going. Now that he was all. It's probably. Is this for.
Hey, I think we got him. Awesome. Okay, Leone.
Where could
You're coming on mission assistance
so it
with
wasn't.
us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go do the support.
Professor!
Which side did it put me on? Okay, actually, Mercy's right here. I'm gonna go and see if that item belongs to her. The lost item for baking.
Oh, this is
Yep.
my...
Okay, what else do I have? Knows a lot about plants. Slacking on their training. Slacking on their training could also be Linhardt. All right, let's go and do this support.
Professor. Professor. Great timing, Professor. I was just going to come find you. Are you busy? I have a question about formations. I don't understand them at all. Are the speed of battle and the terrain connected somehow? There's too much to memorize.
You don't have to remember everything.
I don't? Then what do I have to know? I think I understand the basics. To start, you just... Ah, okay. I think I've got it. Thanks for the help, Professor. Brains and brawn. You've really got it all. With your help, I should have no trouble becoming a proper knight.
Why do you want to be a knight?
Huh? Didn't I tell you? My parents were merchants of the Alliance. They died in an accident. That's why it's up to me to look after my little sis. I'm not great with bookkeeping, so I don't think I'd make a good merchant. I talked to Grandpa, and he suggested I become a knight. So I sold all our valuables and used the money to pay my way into the academy. My sis won't survive if I get kicked
Wow.
out. So I can't give up now.
Wow, risky. Had you no other options?
I might have tried being a mercenary if I didn't have my little sis to look after. I probably shouldn't say this, but being a mercenary does sound like an easier life. Mercenaries have no responsibilities and no one else to worry about. But someone's got to take care of my little sis, so that's out of the question. Serving as a knight in a noble house is more secure, and you don't have to worry about dying unless there's a war. My sis has been through so much. I don't want her to have to worry about me. Hey.
You're a good guy.
Do you have any siblings, Professor?
No.
Then you probably think I'm missing out on my freedom, having to support her, huh? But working hard
No.
for my sister isn't too bad. Call it a burden, call it a challenge.
It's
If
called
it makes
purpose,
my sister
man.
happy, I'm happy too. You should ask your father to have some more kids. Anyway, that's why I've got to
Don't tell
become a
Leone.
proper knight.
Oh God. Leonia'd do it. She would. Let's go and talk to this weirdo again.
Professor?
Hey, you're suspicious.
Is something the matter? I see. So, Flayn has gone missing.
Shouldn't you know
I will
that?
do what I can to support the search. It seems that you are a bit suspicious of me. Might I ask your reasons?
Marketing material. Why were you asking about my father?
It has been
That's
2
weird.
decades since I last knew Gerald, yet he looks nearly identical to my memory of him. It is only natural to be curious, don't you think? I assure you, there is nothing more to it than that.
He just ages really well.
Something I will do. I was away from the monastery for a few years, but do not forget, I have spent more than 4 decades in total working here at Garreg Mach Monastery.
Damn.
Yet it was not until recently that I learned that Seteth has a sister. It is only natural to be curious, don't you think? I assure you, there is nothing more to it than that.
Okay, is there anything else I need to do? I am going to ask him to recruit. Because I haven't done that yet.
No, it's good to see you, Professor. I was just
Okay, so now that he's in B rank, even though we don't have the stats, I believe that there's a strong chance that during the month he should approach us and ask to join the house. So the standard recruiting method doesn't work, but I believe that's how that's going to happen. Okay, mission assistance. I almost forgot to do that again. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad, guys. I'm so bad. There's probably like someone on the other side watching, being like, "You forgot again."
Where could I hear Tom? But so it wasn't.
Oh no, I did ask her. Okay, I'm an idiot. All right, that's gonna be it, guys. This is the end of this episode. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I hope that I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.